Yeah. Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, Sin City Crypto. Welcome. First time here. We are entertainment-focused, Halloween-driven cryptocurrency show. You might be wondering where our co-host is. He actually had to set up Halloween decorations, and so he's doing the Fam Bam Halloween special. But in place of David, we have brought in three amazing guests today. Three amazing guests. Now, real quick, guys, hit the like buttons. We got 50 people in the chat. When we get it to 150, we're going to have a Halloween bash. And if you're not familiar with what a Halloween bash is when you celebrate new milestones. And here in Vegas, we are going to celebrate the... what are we going to celebrate? We're going to celebrate 150 viewers. All right. Without further ado, I want to get this thing started. Let's bring in our first guest. Let's bring in the man, the legend, Sam from Crypto Lifer. Let's bring him in. What up, my dude?
What up, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. Happy Halloween, man.
Still morning for you guys, right? 10 a.m.
It is 10:30 in the morning. Yeah. It's
nice.
Yeah, man. Are you excited for our Halloween special today? We got a big lineup.
Yeah. I was gonna be a bull, but I decided to be a wolf. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But are you a bear there? Is that what you're?
I am a bear, and I'm all about selling, baby.
Bear.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh man, this guy, I love it.
So yeah, you know what? Sell everything.
Right?
Sell the house, sell the car. That's just super bearish today. All right, guys. So no bullish.
You're so bullish that you're going to sell everything to buy the bottom.
All right. I got one more guest though. We got the man waiting. He's on a time crunch. So we do have I know we teased it on Twitter. We have very prominent crypto figure.
I can't believe
it. Absolute behemoth when it comes to the Bitcoin network. CEO, founder of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. Bring him in, Rocco. There he is. Hey, we got Michael Saylor in the house. Michael, thank you so much for joining us today. It is a pleasure. MIT grad, Bitcoin evangelist, Bitcoin mining council. Don't need to say much more that hasn't already been said with this prestigious resume. Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. Now, are you celebrating Halloween today, Michael?
Well, speaking of Halloween and Bitcoin, today is actually the day the Bitcoin white paper was released back in 2008. So safe to say I'm excited to talk about Bitcoin.
Okay. All right. Are we going to talk anything else or just Bitcoin today?
Well, we can talk thermodynamics, law of physics, energy, time travel, but mainly Bitcoin.
All right. Well, glad to get your take on Bitcoin and more Bitcoin. Now, taking a look, let's get a quick roll call real quick. Now,
fascinating.
All right. So, roll call. All right, so first up in the chat today, let's see. Oh, we got a packed house, 91 people up in the chat. We had, I can't see the top one because of the... Rob Salazar. Rob Salazar, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto, first in the chat. Round of applause for my boy here. And then we got Cricket Cast, Broke, Yoshi, Fino, Timmy, Jason. And then we... Stereo 2, Kyle Hansen. We got Big Swole, Big Chili Willie, Wes, Big Chili Willie with a $10 super chat right off the rip. Sweaty Dave, Wes Salazar, Nordy, and then we got Noel, Jamie, Timmy, and then who else? So we got Jim, George Arnelius, Sean, and then APV, Liam, Andrew, Crypto Billionaire, Servando, Emery Thompson. We got Anime Tug and the Naked Canadian. Who else we got? I think that, and then let's see who else we got. John Grant, and then Andrew, Seek and Hunt, R.A. Daniel, Sean. We got a lot of people in here, man. I'm running out of breath. Bit Free Shop, and then TJ, J Soul, Armand, and David Kendall. If I missed you, sorry. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. So real quick, let's just take a quick look at the markets before we jump into the show. We're going to take a look. We got Bitcoin coming in at, let me pull up my laptop here. We got Bitcoin coming in at $20,300. And so we're sitting right over that 20K support level, which we have been at for almost a full week now at this point. Now, I think it's safe to say this could be support. We'll get Sam's input here in a second on this one. And then going back into, let's see here. All right. And then, let's see here. We got Ethereum coming in at 1,500. XRP pumping 45 cents. Also, we got Doge up another 11 cents in the last 24 hours, up over 100% in the week. Absolutely on a tear. Cardano at 40 cents, and Solana rounding out the top 10 at 32 cents. All right, and then a quick peek at the crypto fear and greed index, 31, kind of in the same zone we've been at, which is fear instead of extreme fear, which when we were under 20K. And then glance at the markets, kind of flat, nothing too much going on, just minus 0.66% on the NASDAQ. And then, yeah, let's, we good to go, Rocco? So we got one more guest joining us as well. Now we got XRP Jenna in the house. Can we patch her in? Hey, hello. How you doing?
Uh-oh, I can't hear anybody.
Oh, I gotta switch her to master. Now, 1 second. We'll get you patched in a second. All right, you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
What's
So,
up?
Are we talking XRP today?
I mean,
yeah, we're gonna talk
that's
some XRP today. We got Michael Saylor in house here. In case you haven't.
what?
Yeah, look right here. Look right above you.
That's not Michael
What up,
Saylor.
What up, Jenna?
It's not.
I'm here to talk Bitcoin.
That is not Michael Saylor. You cannot fool me. Nice try, guys. Nice try.
So,
That was close.
The disrespect, I don't understand it.
Jenna, how you doing today? Welcome to Sin City Crypto. It's glad to have you here. This is your first time here on the show. So you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get this this show going afterwards. What are you excited about? Maybe how you got into crypto, and what your viewers can expect, or what our viewers can expect if they come check you out.
Okay, well, I'm Jenna, XRP Jenna, obviously. I'm not completely an XRP maxi, but I really love it, and I love all the projects on the XRPL. If you love really mediocre content, you should follow me. And I do a lot of XRPL projects, and that's what I'm really excited about. So yeah, I don't know. I hate talking about myself. And if you can't tell, I am a green candle today because I heard that there were going to be some bulls and bears here. And also in honor of XLS 20, which is the new standard for NFTs on the XRPL going live today. So it's like a Halloween treat for me. I get to mint all my NFTs today. So I'm super excited for that. And thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining us. And then we have everybody's links in the description below. Do we have Michael Saylor's links in the description?
That's not Michael Saylor.
And so either way, Michael, are you planning on selling? I'm a big bear, so I'm just curious. Are you selling today or what?
We have MicroStrategy. We never sell any of our Bitcoin. If we had anything else, then we would sell it, but we only buy Bitcoin, and we plan on holding it until the day we die.
Thank you for that, Michael. Appreciate that. Now, Lifer, you got some Bitcoin charts for us, bro?
Yeah, we
What
can
do
look
you
at some
got?
Bitcoin charts.
What do you got for us? Drop
Mike,
some
man,
knowledge.
so nice to see you, man. I've been my whole life, man. Just this is no, yeah, this is unbelievable. This is just like I'm shocked. My heart's racing right now. Anyway, Michael Saylor. So look, we're looking at Bitcoin on like I'm looking at it short term, right? We have two scenarios coming for Bitcoin right now. The daily doesn't look too good at all. Like let's have to be dead honest with everybody. And we've been getting rejected multiple times, oversold in the stochastics, right? But you can see I have this draw. It doesn't look that good in the daily because it's like if you draw a pennant on the 4 hour. But so I've been watching this, what's called an ascending triangle. And we've been staying in it now ever since we started hitting the bottom of this triangle and going up to down. What we'd like to bounce. 1 hour's oversold. I'm expecting a bounce. What's interesting to me is I've been looking at the dollar index like a hawk. If the dollar index drops, Bitcoin's going to have fun. And we're going to have a good, I like to trade altcoins. I like to trade 3L and 3S tokens, 4 or 5L. I like to trade Max Global and KuCoin. Those are where I trade. So I'm always looking to make money this week. And how I'm going to make money this week is off of altcoins that move. Altcoins will move if the S&P moves up and if the DXY dumps. So if this DXY dumps from this falling wedge to the downside, then there's a highly likelihood that I can get paid this week longing, If this stays above the zone and we pump, then I'm going to have to short the market. So I'm watching this zone real closely, and you can see we bounced pretty close there. We bounced here, and previous support becomes new resistance. I want to see this roll over. We're oversold on the 1 hour time frame. I want to see the dollar index roll over today. I believe it will. The probability is that it's going to roll over, and we should get a pump for Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to be a huge pump, but I'm projecting the probability is that we get here somewhere to the top of this channel, and then maybe we keep going sideways. That's going to get Bitcoin tight again and ready for another bigger move. Remember, whenever any asset in the world, no matter what it is, comes out of the bigger channel, like this was a big symmetrical triangle we broke out, and then it makes another tight channel, that's a bullish sign that we could see a big move for Bitcoin. I do know that the 22 and the daily are getting overbought, but you got to also place support and resistance in the patterns, and there is some type of movement brewing. There's going to be a big move for Bitcoin, I believe, coming Thursday, Friday. Shout out to Anderson1 for the $50 super chat for my trade. You're the man, dude. Shout out to Marky Mark. You people are unbelievable. XRP Jenna, you're awesome. I love XRP. I just want to make it clear, XRP is like my third biggest holding besides Cardano. I love XRP. My best friend has been an XRP holder exclusively. Like that's all he holds. So I'm with you on XRP. I just want to say that.
Well,
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
what kind of panel is this? Did you say your second biggest bag was XRP? It should be Bitcoin.
Third. It was second until I got a little more Cardano-y, It should. I liked Bitcoin, Mike, for a while, but don't you diversify a little bit?
No, you don't. It's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin.
All right, Saylor. Thank you. Thank you for that.
It's gonna be tough.
Real quick. So today actually is the 14th anniversary of the release of the Bitcoin white paper.
There we go.
And so
Here we go.
So it was Halloween, 2008. Satoshi Nakamoto released the Bitcoin white paper and unveiled and set into motion
The greatest day in human history.
Halloween.
Yes, 2008.
Okay, great. So taking a look at a quick timeline of how we got to where we're at. We have, 2008, October 31st, we had the Bitcoin white paper. The Genesis block. The first block mined was on January 3rd, 2009.
Second greatest day in human history.
Okay. Yeah. And then we have the first purchase with Bitcoin on May 22nd, 2010.
The worst day in human history. Why would you spend your Bitcoin? Why would you spend your Bitcoin?
So, and then you have also the first Bitcoin exchange, July 18th, 2010. And then it was only in 2011, which was a few short years ago. We had Bitcoin cross $1. And then we had Bitcoin hits Wall Street in 2021 with the Bitcoin's futures ETF. And then also we had the first legal tender adoption of with El Salvador for Bitcoin. So
There seems to be an issue with this timeline here. You're missing one of the greatest achievements in Bitcoin's history. When MicroStrategy first bought their Bitcoin, September 8th, 2021. Why is that not on the timeline?
I think we left that one out. I'm not sure. So, all right. So, so Jenna, what's going on with XRP? What's the buzz right now? Give us the scoop. I'm curious. We've seen XRP pump in. You got any news on the horizon there?
I know, I can tell Michael's like so excited to hear about this. Yeah, so definitely we can look forward to a win sometime soon, but either way, this is a great accumulation time if you haven't already. I mean, not financial advice, but it's a great time to be doing so. I like any XRP that's under $1 personally. But today is a huge day for us. Like I said, XLS 20 is going live, and we've been waiting forever for that. So now we get to mint all of our NFT IOU tokens. So excited to make my X punks. I did buy the bottom for that, and I think I got it at 2,500 XRP, and now we're up to like 6,000 XRP. So that was a really good one. I'm proud of that.
You know how much Bitcoin you could have bought with that?
Not enough. Not enough. No. Mm-mm. I'm looking for that ROI. I'm so sorry. I can't get that with Bitcoin.
There's no better asset than Bitcoin. Okay, it's not about ROI. Energy, thermodynamics, solving the world's problems. Look at Venezuela. Is XRP solving Venezuela's inflation problems? I don't think so.
So are you sad that you didn't buy the bottom in September of 2021?
Listen, it's not something we discuss here at MicroStrategy.
Question, Michael. Didn't you
strategy?
retire, step down as CEO? Is there something going on behind the scenes there?
Unfortunately, due to legal complications, I am not allowed to speak on that, but I will tell you that Bitcoin now is my #1 focus.
Awesome.
We definitely
So
got it.
sorry.
And so the XRP NFT, I was trying to pull it up here. What was that one called?
X punks.
X-Punks? Okay, that's the one I got here. Yeah, I was pulling it up right now. Is it XRPL?
Big one. Yeah, XRPL punks.
Okay, so that's a little snapshot here. This is the Twitter, I believe. I think this is the one, but
Yep, that's the one. They also have on xrp.com a DEX for XRP. They have a marketplace for NFTs. They're working on Eden.game, which we're going to know more about soon. They are tight with Ripple, so we're definitely really bullish on this project. And also the owner of Expector, he's also has backed Xpunks, and I'm also really bullish on the Expector project.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then Lifer, you got any TA on old XRP? I heard you. I was watching your show this morning, and I caught some XRP news from you.
Smart move, by the way. Smart move.
Man, it was a good show.
Yeah. Thanks, man. We had a blast today. It was like the energy was high. I don't know. It comes.
I
out
like
of nowhere.
tuned in, and you were like yelling about energy, and like you were like amped up, bro.
Someone say energy?
Yeah. Well, I did just read that quote, Michael. It says, "Do you diversify into the lifeboats when the Titanic sinks?" Right? And I guess I should have read that. You know, Jenna, what is going on with my flare? Like, when am I getting my flare? You know what I mean? Like, I thought I would have it, you know, and like I have taken money out of the exchange since I was there, but they said it was, you know, snapshotted. Like, it was a lot of mine was on Binance, which I then had to leave. I'm still there. Am I getting my flare? Like, I just don't know what's going on with flare. I got the chart. I want to go over it, but a lot of people ask me, and I don't know what to tell them. And I think you might know more than me. I don't know.
I have actually no idea when they're actually going to be giving out the Flare airdrop, because as soon as people get it, I'm looking for a huge dump in it. I had some Flare IOU tokens that I had gotten on BitTrue. I dumped them all like a couple weeks ago because I'm expecting, you know what happens? Same thing. Anytime we get an airdrop, the price tanks, same as it did with Songbird. So no idea when all that's happening. So I just got rid of mine.
Isn't Sologenic? I keep hearing Sologenic too. Sologenic, is that? I don't know. There's some. XRP is moving, man. They're gonna have. There's gonna be a lot going on with XRP. I don't think people realize. So I see some trouble and I see some good things for XRP. First thing I do believe is, you know, I've been touting that there's a chance that Bitcoin has bottomed at 17.5. If it did, then so did XRP, and that means that's a bottom at 29 cents. So I've been looking at this closely. I mean, after all that retracement, and that's an 88.6 retracement, you can clearly, it's even more than that. You can clearly see, I mean, you go all the way from 196 all the way back down to that low. I mean, these were definitely great prices to buy XRP. I bought XRP 16 cents. The cheapest I ever bought it was the day of the pandemic. I remember it because I was like, whatever. I mean, I don't think I could get a better price. I was, at this point, I completely believed in buying the fear. Anytime there was heavy fear, I was going hard. You know what I mean? Because I said, if you can't buy the top, then you have to buy the bottom, right? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of think like that sometimes. I'm like, well, if you're not buying the top, then what are you buying? You know what I mean? Like, so if you're buying down here, you have to convince yourself of one thing. Fine, we may go to 20 cents one more time on a wick if Bitcoin dips to 15K or 14K, and you'll be down 50%. To a regular crypto person, like, that's okay. I could be down 50%. Like, no worries. Like, I've held Bitcoin for 5 years now at this point. Like, I've gone through the ups and downs so many times. 50% is a walk in the park for me. So to me, that's actually like break even. Like, I'm like, oh, I'll only be down 50% before I have to go back up. So to me, great time to buy XRP. Again, not financial advisor. Nothing I say on this show or anyone here on this show should be taken as financial
Sam,
advice.
can you repeat that one more time? How long have you been holding Bitcoin?
Like a little over, about 4.5 to 5 years. Coming on 5 years now.
Now, see, that's a man who knows what he's doing.
Thank you. I mean, I found you online and Crypto Love and some other people. But this is what we have to worry about. See, the Stokes are pointing down on the daily, and that is a shoulder, head, and shoulder in there. You can see it. It's not perfect. It's not beautiful, but shapes aren't, So you do have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. 32% chance it doesn't break out. 68% chance it does. What's happening for us, which is good, is the 50 just crossed the 200, which is a golden cross in the daily time frame, which tells me that there's a chance we actually do stay above the zone. We actually have resistance, 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 and resistance. So that's why I have these two zones. And you see on my right side, this is called the VRVP. You got a lot of price action down here telling me that, even if we do, we're likely to get a huge bounce at 32 cents because that's what's called a point of control with a lot of buy orders waiting. And there's a lot of buy orders here almost mimicking that. It would be hard for us to push through that whole area. So even if the market does pull back, XRP has like the most resistance in this area and it's so close to it. That's another reason why I believe people will front run it. And once it gets above this node right here, it'll fly up to this next high liquidity zone, which is about 69 cents. That's also the target for XRP. And when I look at the 4 hour looks mean and ready to go. So, and the 1 hour actually looks like it's coming down and resetting, and we're still holding the zone. One other thing I'm looking for is for divergence before I look at it. And I do see, look, this is a strong divergence. You see the RSI is pointing up while it's pointing down in price action. Tells me that could be the bottom at the end. And this is also a falling wedge, and falling wedges break up 68% of the time. So you got a few things going for you. Could be a nice swing trade for XRP coming in. Remember, you just have to heed that the daily can ruin that. Adds a little risk to the party, but I wouldn't be surprised if in less than a week and a half, we see XRP somewhere at 60 cents. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you guys didn't catch our Twitter feed, or if you're not don't have your notification bell checked, last night we went out and we recorded out on the streets of Las Vegas in Fremont. You guys ever been to Fremont? It's downtown. It's the original Las Vegas. It's kind of like a trendy spot for the locals. Have you been out there?
Oh, it's so much fun. I went hand gliding like across the thingy, the little zip line.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I went to Fremont. My sister brought me there. That thing is huge above your head, right? Like, that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Saylor, have you ever been to
fun.
Fremont? Hang out with the peasants out there, or what?
Well, the only time I went down to Fremont was to have a meeting with one of my executives to talk about purchasing more Bitcoin.
Okay, well, of course. All right. Now we did air. So we do street interviews. If you're new here and you've checked out our live streams, we also do street interviews where we go out. We ask people about crypto. And so I just want to give you a sneak peek of our latest episode. It is up. We posted it this morning. So without further ado, let's just take a quick sneak peek and then take a look at this. What's up, bro? Hey, what up, bro? Hey, man, you got some Bitcoin?
Yeah, thanks to them. Thanks to him, dude. That's my inspire, dude. What up?
Ethereum? Dogecoin? I got any Bitcoin? Bitcoin to the moon.
It's a good. That's a god darn, brother. We gotta pull it back. Pull it back. We need to go
question, man. Why is my co-host in the car with you, man? First of all.
Yeah, he's my baby, dog.
See if we can find some people that know something about Bitcoin, or maybe people that know nothing about Bitcoin, perhaps. What up, Crypto fam? Big Rob here, Sin City Crypto. We are out at Fremont, Las Vegas, downtown Las Vegas, out here on Halloween, trying to figure out who's got crypto, who's got Bitcoin, and who wants to chat about it.
Baby father, he does want it.
I just want to show you one other dude. This is one of my favorite parts here in this video. We had Mario and Luigi. This man,
Prove me wrong. Hey, we love coins, bro. That's what we are about. You know, collecting the coins and on the shroom and the mush.
You guys got any Bitcoin?
Idiot.
Cardano?
Smart.
Ethereum?
Smart.
Silver and gold. We'll plunder every Bitcoin you got.
Who is that? Peter Schiff's nephew?
No? Hold it.
Bitcoin is gold. Bitcoin is digital gold.
She was like, what are you even talking about?
He said we'll plunder all your man. It's great. Yo, shout out to Tom Crown in the group, man. You're the man, dude. There's so many people out here, man. We're blowing up. It's a great day.
And then I do want to give a quick shout. I know you gave a shout out or love, but Andrew Simone, we really appreciate the super chat. He dropped a $50 one. We had Marky Mark earlier as well, and Broke Yoshi dropping 5 gifted memberships as well. So, yeah, we had a lot of fun filming those shows. Next time, either one of you are out here in Vegas, you should we should tag along and then go film out on the street. It's interesting. You just put a microphone in somebody's face and you just never know what's gonna come on. And then we got these this bright light out there. These people out there, they're like mosquitoes, man. They see the light or moths and they just flock right over. And then yeah. So anyway, so go check that out. We also we have on Mondays here. We do bring in Forrest. He doesn't join us live, but he does a little segment where on Mondays we like to discuss or we have Forrest discuss a token or project, and then we reevaluate its price action at the end of the week. So he kind of gives some predictions for what likely will happen for a week, and then we analyze how that played out. And without further ado, we're going to bring our boy Forrest on here real quick, and then we'll get back into some charts and some topics here in a second as well. So let's go.
This better be Bitcoin.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about Dogecoin. Should you buy it or should you fade it? Dogecoin has seen rapid price appreciation recently from its lows. From its June lows, it pumped about 200%. From its most recent lows at the bottom of its range, it pumped roughly 120 to 150% near its high. Now, the question is, should we fade Dogecoin or should we look to get in? Now, whenever something is pumping like this, I personally look at it as a shorter term trade. Why buy Dogecoin as a longer term investment now at 12.7 cents when we could have gotten in at 5 cents? That does not make any sense, no pun intended. Now, the reason Dogecoin is pumping is because Elon Musk has taken over Twitter. And there's speculation as to whether or not he will integrate Dogecoin into the Twitter product offering, into a payment system, or maybe just, what I expect is going to happen is what's happened for some of those other companies where you'll be able to buy Twitter merch with Dogecoin. Now, I do believe the Boring Company has, he intends to allow you to pay for some of the tunnels or some of the fares, transportation in Dogecoin. But again, merely accepting Dogecoin as an option for payment, I don't believe necessarily pumps the price or is as bullish as people think. We have to understand that a lot of companies early on accepted Bitcoin as a payment. And what we saw is that didn't necessarily drive adoption. It was great in the short term, it was bullish, but it didn't. Bitcoin did not become the global payment standard just because a couple of companies like Overstock.com decided to start accepting it. Now, from a longer term perspective, if you want to play into the Doge narrative and look for an entry point, right, we want to use our easy bands. And we know that, yes, with Dogecoin and in bull markets, this can happen, where we see rapid price appreciation. It goes up quite a bit. That is a possibility of something that could happen in the short term here, and that is what you are speculating on if you are buying Dogecoin at these elevated levels. However, we have seen numerous examples in bear markets where Dogecoin has seen these pumps from the green easy bands all the way to the top of the range, right? And then fallen right back down. If you bought in the red easy band zone last bear market in September of 2018, you had to sit through a 74% drawdown, right? And even in this case, where you fell back to the 21-week simple moving average, we saw a 50% drawdown. So we constantly see these 50 to 70% drawdowns for Dogecoin here. And that's what we would expect if Dogecoin does not continue to pump. I would remind you that when did Dogecoin actually peak? Well, it was when Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live. It was when everybody was the absolute most bullish about the future of Dogecoin, and everyone thought that the Dogecoin was going to go to well above $1 because Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live. So right now, Elon Musk acquires Twitter, super bullish on it. What is likely to happen next, in my opinion, is probably a pullback to the 21-week simple moving average or the green easy band region. Now, could I be wrong, and could Dogecoin go to $1? Could it pump and continue to just blast through these levels? Certainly. But if that's the case, I think there will be plenty of other...
Hold on. Somebody just put in here real quick. Somebody put in here, is that the dude that took over Congress? Is that what he's dressed as?
Who was that?
The guy that took over Congress? You remember?
The Braveheart dude, but he don't have the horns on though. That guy had horns. Remember, he
Does
had
it involve
horns.
Bitcoin?
No, let's stop talking. Sorry,
I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's what he is. That's an amazing outfit. All right, we got about just 3 more minutes on this, and then we'll get our thoughts on that.
Guys, when are we talking Bitcoin?
In a little bit. Calm down.
Opportunities that have better risk to reward. Right now, the risk for buying Dogecoin is very, very high. It's a very high risk play because you're risking 70+% drawdown back down to the green easy bands in a bear market here. So that's from a longer term perspective. From a shorter term perspective, we can come in here and we can actually treat this as a trade. I have no problem with buying Dogecoin as long as we have a short-term exit strategy, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here and I'm going to show you guys the green, or I'm sorry, the green margin pressure levels, the long margin pressure levels, which are going to show us some decent entry point opportunities if we were so inclined to get in to Dogecoin in the short term. So we have a resistance at 14.5 cents. Resistance at 14.5 cents. We have our support, which we didn't quite come all the way down to, but we have support at around 10.9 cents. Now, if we move these levels back a notch, maybe to our previous low down here, we again get some support at around 11 cents. That's the support level that we did find, right? So that's our support in the short term. We do support as low as 8.3 cents. And again, if we throw on short levels, we try to identify where are the shorts going to be leaving the market, right? Where are we going to start to see some support come in? Again, we see that support come in at around
what the hell kind of podcast did you bring me on?
Cents, around 11.3 cents, and then
they haven't asked a single thing about Bitcoin.
Support here around 10 cents. If you're looking for a longer term correction, maybe a little bit of a safer entry point down at around 10 cents if this starts to bleed out. As far as targets go for Dogecoin, we'll switch back to our long levels. We'll bring our long levels all the way up to our most recent low, and note that this is only valid if we do not put in a new low. If we come all the way down to 10 cents, we'll need to adjust levels. But our next targets would be 16.4 cents and 21.9 cents, roughly 22 cents. Right? Those would be the next 2 short-term targets. So if you are inclined to short Dogecoin, doing so at around 22 cents might be a good idea. However, keep in mind, if Dogecoin's blasting up to 22 cents, which we've actually seen hold as resistance in the past and support in the past, if Dogecoin is blasting up to 22 cents, be careful shorting it because this can easily liquidate you as it is very volatile to the upside. All right, guys, happy Halloween. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Thank God.
All right. So
you do understand I am the former CEO of MicroStrategy. You're literally wasting my time.
All right. So we got Dogecoin, in discussion. Perhaps 22 cents, I think is you were saying was former resistance. Real quick, let's get Jenna's thoughts. What do you think about Dogecoin? What's your vibe? Do you think it's good for the market? Are you a Dogecoin fan? Do you think there's a space for it in the crypto space?
I mean, yeah, it can have its space in the crypto space. I have a bag from last year when it went from 5 cents and started to pump. I took those profits and kept my moon bag, but this year I already made, earlier this week, I did 20x long on it. Now I'm done messing with it because I have no idea what's going to happen. I was just trying to make a little play off of the news, so it worked out, but I have no idea what's going to happen to it.
Yeah, I'm still kind of on the fence myself. It does, give a lot of exposure to people that are first time into crypto. Is it a good way to get exposure? That's to be determined. But Lifer, what do you think? What's your vibe on Doge? I mean, I know you like to trade it because it's got a lot of volatility, a lot of price action. But do you like the project? And what do you think about maybe Force's kind of TA breakdown on that? Maybe some of the price targets that he was talking about.
Well, I've been trading and speculating for about 15 years of my life. So I've seen things that just people like go up that I don't care about. And so I have like a little bit of a skill to just kind of like invest in things that I believe will go up in value due to inclination, right, of society. Now, the internet's going to grow. We know that. Web 3.0 is going to grow. We know that. And things that are popular online will become more popular. Doge is popular. We're talking about it today. I talked about it on my channel. It's been talked about more. So 5 years from now, if Doge doesn't make more money, it isn't higher than it is now, I'd be really, really surprised. Does it mean I buy bags of Doge? No. And I'm honest, I'm looking for the next, like when Phantom came out and we got in early, I'm looking at some little coins, EXRD. I'm just looking at some other things they're fast. They do more NFT stuff. They make more transactions per second. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't throw, $2 to $5K bag on Doge and leave it there for 5 years. You know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? So I believe Doge will move. If the market moves, Doge will move, And interesting, I have a little TA because whenever I see someone's TA, it's like, it gets me super amped. Because his easy bands are very similar to when I have a 200 and a 21-day moving average close, or when something's happening like that. The daily is very overbought in the stochastics RSI. Right? And I circled these while I was waiting to show you guys, say you bought when the stochastic was high here, dump, 1 for 1. Say you bought here, sideways, dump, and sideways. So, of these 5 times in a row, you didn't get in on a pump buying the high daily. Now, like we said, and he said, we both think it's extended from our own indicators, right? Also, the VRVP, you get in when you're at the point of control, and you usually want to exit at the next high volume node of liquidity. And it's not, and that happens to coincide many, many times, and it will, with where you have a lot of consolidation. So that would be a good place to take some profits. However, I'm speculating on a smaller time play. See, my target's not as big as his. Mine's like 17.7. Mine's like 1777, or, triple sevens, possibly 33% gain, maybe a little more, something like that. But you have to remember it's a very high risk. But this 4-hour time frame on the whole market really wants to move. The whole market looks just like Bitcoin. If you slap the Bitcoin chart up, Mike, Doge will just follow Bitcoin. So I guess we could just talk about Bitcoin all day. But if the 4-hour for Bitcoin, Doge is going to pump. If the 4-hour dumps for Bitcoin, or you see Bitcoin have some trouble, Doge will have some trouble too. Now, Doge will outperform Bitcoin, of course.
Excuse me?
The Doge BTC trade. The Doge BTC trade will be a good way to get more Bitcoin. Oh, Mike, how about we just get more Bitcoin with the Doge? I'll put one Bitcoin in and I'll sell it real quick, Mike. And I'll
You
get
don't
2
need
Bitcoins.
Doge for Bitcoin.
I'm just gonna do it, but I just want more Bitcoin, Mike. Isn't that okay?
Fine.
I'm only buying Doge for Bitcoin. I'm not buying Doge for Doge. All
Okay.
right. So I just want more Bitcoin, So I mean, short term, I'm looking at this flag on the 15-minute and the 1 hour time frame. If it stays in this flag and the 1 hour stochastics reset, 15 reset, and look, these tight moving averages cross. We're about to get a golden cross on the 15-minute, which is the 50 cross in the 200, right? And we already just had a golden cross, or actually way past there, but we're getting tight. Moving averages are tight. Tells me that there's a chance Doge could go up, but I wouldn't touch it until the 1 hour resets down into these areas. I have alerts on the 1 hour, and that's how I play it. I watch this flag with alerts on the 1 hour, and if that stays in a flag, there's a high probability that this bigger triangle is going to play to the upside. If you look at it really closely, one thing I have to just jam in here is this idea that there's a shoulder kind of ahead and a possible right shoulder in there too, which is double confluence of a bullish move. So anything is possible to always have a stop loss, and this is not financial advice.
We had an interesting narrative come up with Doge. So obviously Doge is front and center as of lately because of Elon Musk acquisition of Twitter with the price action. But somebody else jumped in with the fun, and that was Charles Hoskinson. So Charles was asked about Doge, and Charles, he said that he would welcome Doge coming in as a side chain on Cardano. So Charles Hoskinson suggested if Doge accepted to be Cardano's sidechain, he would process the integration for free. He even went as far as saying that he would include smart contracts for the Doge ecosystem as well. Now, Jenna, do you think that Charles is throwing shade at Dogecoin? Do you think this is like a long con on his end? Do you think he's just trying to be funny, or do you think he's actually got like some actual narrative to integrate Doge? Do you think he's secretly a Doge maxi?
No, I don't think he's necessarily a Doge maxi, but maybe he likes Elon a lot. I don't know, but I would definitely believe him in what he's saying. I think he's definitely trying to poke at them a little bit, but I think he would definitely go through with it. I'm not a huge Doge fan, so I mean, obviously I'm an XRP girl and I have some ADA, so I don't really keep tabs on this stuff too much.
Okay, cool. What about you, Saylor? What do you think about Cardano bringing in perhaps Doge as a sidechain? You think
what's a Cardano?
it's a layer 1 smart contract platform?
Well, you don't need layer 1 smart contracts. You need money to move through time and space as efficiently as possible. And there's only one cryptocurrency that does that, and that's Bitcoin. So all this talk about Cardano this and Dogecoin that, and I don't know what other all these cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the answer to the world's biggest problems. And if you guys can't see that, I don't know what to tell you.
All right, moving on. So on another news here, we have a Justice Department. Can you make this on full screen, Rocco? It's cut off. All right. So Justice Department revives probe into Tether bank fraud. So the probe focuses on Tether's controversial banking relationships. Bloomberg originally reported on banking-related investigation last summer. Core to that case was that the use of Tether deposits to cover $850 million of Bitfinex's funds are held in Panama-based payments processor. So, we've talked about, it's been a narrative for a long time, this whole Tether bomb and what backs Tether. And so now you have the Justice Department getting back into what is backing Tether, and are they one-to-one backed? Because there's a lot of information that says otherwise. Lifer, what do you think about Tether and this whole narrative that it's not back one-to-one? It could implode. It could crash the market. I do think that if Tether were to have some kind of catastrophic issue, failure, whatever it may be. There's so many trading pairs on all the exchanges that are Tether. I think we're all probably in consensus that would permanently damage or not permanently, but at least for the coming years would damage the crypto markets. What do you think about the U.S. Department of Justice getting it back into investigating on Tether there?
I guess that's why we should only buy Bitcoin, right, Mike?
There we go.
But I'm going to give you. I'm all about the three-pronged approach. Okay, and my idea behind that is what I'm saying is I like to look at something in three scenarios and break it down. All right, I'm going to do one thing to get you to think differently about it. Let's say we know Tether is 100% legit and backed well, and it's completely clean. Don't you think the U.S. government would still try to take it down because it's definitely directly competing with the U.S. dollar? And if people trade a lot of crypto, they're not going to trade stocks, and it can make the stock market look worse, crypto look better. It also helps people move money around that the IRS would like to see a lot more money in bank accounts and not floating around on ledgers in U.S. Tether. You can only imagine how much Tether has already probably cost in tax revenue because so many people just run around with Tether all over the place. You know what I mean? So even if Tether was 100% backed perfectly, I think they would still try to make up a lie, go after it, and do something to it regardless. So number one, right? And you could disagree or agree with me on that. Number two, there's been an issue with Tether for 4 years. I have a significant amount of money in Tether too. So like when I even talk about it, like it makes my heart race. However, not financial advice here. If you were to give me $100,000 and I was going to transfer it into crypto, Bitcoin. I would keep 30 grand in USDC. I love you. I would keep 30 grand in BUSD and I would keep 30 grand in Tether. I would not keep all of it in one. I diversify my stable coins. I make sure not to be an all-in-one stable coin. I've been robbed before, twice in my life. People have broken into my house and into my apartment. I've had so many things taken from me. That's why I didn't do Celsius. That's why I didn't do any of those a lot of those locked up stuff. And I didn't do Anchor because I almost did it, but my money has been taken me so many times that I just didn't trust like sending it to some. I kept thinking, okay, I'll take my Bitcoins and I'll send it to Celsius. And then I asked myself one day, I sat there alone and I said, what if you try to click back and there's no back, like it doesn't come back? And I said, I would be devastated. And I said, you know what? I don't need the money that I could get. I said, I don't need to be greedy and go after the percentage gain Celsius is going to give me because I personally could not take, like my heart would just like, I worked so hard. I worked a night shift. I stacked my money for years. I talked to my group about it. I used to ride my motorcycle in the freezing cold. Like I didn't always have like the life that I have now. I didn't always have my channel. Like things were way different for me. So I cherish all my pennies and all my money. Back to the, I know I'm long-winded on this question, but this is a huge issue. Are they backed? Who backs them? Where are the banks? Now, the DOJ just went through this. The New York DOJ just went through them with a fine-tooth comb like 18 months ago and said everything was check off. So I don't understand. Like, how many times are they going to do this? It's kind of like the XRP case, too. Like, when does it end? And when will it end? And we kind of know, that it may never end until crypto is eventually free. So just, always protect yourself. You do never know. And I also believe that like there's a lot of forces out there that are very powerful that do not want to see crypto flourish. And if they take Tether down, that would be a great way. Just like we know, we don't know exactly, but we know giant institutions had something to do with getting Dale Quan to take a loan he shouldn't have taken. Then they shorted the market on him behind his back. Like it was a designed effort to take Luna down. Like anyone that knows financial systems can see that. You could have saw it from the back end. So just be wary. And even this, every time I read these articles, there could be a little FUD with it, but I take it with a grain of salt. But I always still have myself diversified in case.
Now, aren't you going to show a USDT chart?
I mean, if we do show you know what's funny? We could show one chart for you, Mike. If you really want to see one, you could see the Bitcoin USDT chart, right? That's the one you would love to see over time.
Thank you.
Right?
And can you pull up the MicroStrategy stock?
Hey. I will leave the show right now.
Bitcoin has just completely demolished US Tether. At one point it was $2,700 and it's wow. So if you look at this chart, it's just a continuation. I mean, that's a higher low to that. It's likely to make a higher high as long as it doesn't make a low lower than 2,800. And that's really trend analysis. Like that's your lowest low in this chart. So as long as Bitcoin doesn't make a low lower than that low, that's considered a higher low, which means it's going to make a higher high and a bigger trend. You know,
Bitcoin's
you're
never
right.
making a lower low.
Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. What did someone said something else? You wanted to see something else? I can't remember, but Rob, didn't you say
But
something else?
How many billions of
XRP.
dollars would it take to shake Tether, like to really like rock it? What would it take to take Tether down? Is it even possible?
It's sitting at a $70 billion market cap, number 3 on the coin market cap list as far as value.
I think your
locked up.
question is more: how many billionaires have their money so deep in it that they wouldn't allow governments to take it down? Which is basically the
Right.
same question in a nutshell. I agree with you. Like, I mean, I pray nothing ever happens to it. Like, I've been riding with it for so long, and like it just keeps getting bigger. So I don't know, you know. But
I mean, there has been, you know, in 2020, it got all the way down to 97 cents. Now that is just straight whales trying to kind of break the system, and you got to think that you know, it's all about liquid cash on hand. So if there is a run on the banks, you know, they're backed in what they call cash, you know, cash equivalents. So you know, how liquid is what's backing them, or, you know, are they being honest? Are they just, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, there's $1 billion out of the 70 or 2 billion that don't have any backing. And, you know, this is an offshore company, and so they're not audited by any U.S. based organization. There has been talks of perhaps having audits in some kind of regular fashion. I know Michael Saylor's talked about the real Michael Saylor. He's talked about auditing Tether like every week. You know, I think that might be a little cumbersome, but I think that realistically, you know, if you're gonna offer a stable coin and you're gonna be quote unquote like a bank, because that's essentially what these stable coins offerings are, why not be transparent? Why not show what's backing it, and why not show it with some regularity instead of coming back every year and a half and opening up another investigation because you might not be as truthful as other people would like. Now, Jenna, do you want to? I don't know if I answered your question. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss on that, or?
No, I just kind of wondered how hard you'd have to like shake it. So you kind of answered that for me. I appreciate it.
I think but here's the thing: if Tether were to go under, I think it would be kind of on the back end of a like a bull market. I don't think it's gonna. I think if it would have went under at this point, it would have already happened. You're gonna need tons of volume. So as we saw with like the Terra Luna collapse, you know, the volume was ultimately what ended up, you know, being the catalyst, because the algorithm just couldn't keep up with the amount of trades that were going on, and so the arbitrage could never keep up. Now that is an algorithmic stablecoin, so a little different here, but you know, I still think that if there were ever to be a problem with Tether, it would have to be a massive liquidation of billions of dollars and a run on the Tether. But I don't think there's enough people trying to exit the market.
You know,
right now.
if it wasn't for these algorithmic stable coins and meme coins and this coin and that coin, Bitcoin would have never gotten to 17,500. We're on an upward trajectory to about $150,000 what MicroStrategy bought back in 2021. But here we are.
Thank you for that, Michael. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. So moving on to a couple other topics of discussion here. And let's pull this up here. So we have a asset manager called Apollo. They launch a Bitcoin custody. Now they are an asset manager with $500 billion under management. So they began storing crypto on behalf of its clients via Anchorage Digital. So this is a quote from Adam Ealing, the COO of Apollo. As we explore creative ways to apply blockchain technology across Apollo's business, we look forward to collaborating with Anchorage for safety of clients' assets. So, Michael, I'm going to send this over to you first. So, where are you guys keeping your Bitcoin, first of all? And would you be open to a third-party custodial service that is well recognized and has $500 billion under management?
Well, we did have some of our Bitcoin, unfortunately, on Celsius as we were trying to earn some of those rewards, but a majority of it we custody ourselves. Now, you do need these large banks and institutions to custody Bitcoin, not cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin, because it is digital gold. It is the best way to move money across time and space via energy and thermodynamics. But the reason is for Bitcoin to get the massive adoption it needs, you need these banks to go ahead and custody Bitcoin.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. So Jenna, what are your thoughts on legacy finance? Perhaps even expanding outside of the Apollo's platform. We've seen TD Ameritrade and a couple other these big brokerage firms having exposure to crypto, even integrating it into 401k or just using it as just being essentially a custodial service. Do you think that not your keys, not your crypto is an issue? Do you think that self-custody is the way to go, or do you think that mom and pop just don't care about seed phrases and they just want somebody to hold it for them?
I do think that is something, mom and pop. A lot of people don't know how to get into crypto. They don't know how to keep it safe. So it does seem like it would be a lot easier for them. I know that my mom even got into a 401 type K plan with crypto, and you can stake it, whatever, but it's just a small percent. I think the important thing is to diversify. Me personally, I wouldn't go third party right now. I know how to keep my own crypto safe, and I keep it in many different places. Just one, I'm a lot like Crypto Lifer. I don't believe in keeping all of my eggs in one basket, but I also don't have too much money to the point where I have to worry about a third party. So I'll cross that bridge later, but I would prefer to be in control of my digital assets.
Jenna, if you had bought Bitcoin instead of XRP, you would have that money you need.
Yeah, okay.
Say that.
That's not true, unless I bought it a very long time ago. I'm going to use just fine. You should probably buy some XRP and quit worrying about what I'm doing.
I will literally leave the show right now.
All right. Question.
Do it, Mike. Do it.
For your XRP, are you staking at all? Are you earning any passive income, or are you just kind of storing it on the side?
Yeah. So I don't really keep it on exchanges or anything like that. I like to keep it in Ledger or Decent. I do have a little bit on my Zum wallet, but I pretty much just use that for NFTs and NFT staking. But they do have on the XRPL what's called soft staking. You can't technically stake, right? So they have a reward system. So one company actually gives you their token as a reward for holding your XRP. So I'm soft staking my XRP, which gives me STX rewards, and I just continue to accumulate those, but I can cash them out for more whenever I want. There is liquidity there, but they have a whole soft staking platform with other tokens and projects and everything. So that's one super safe way, because you don't have to move them from your Zum wallet. They just stay right in there. You just swipe to register your wallet on the website.
Cool. And then I guess we'll send it over to you, Lifer. Any thoughts on traditional finance, custodying crypto? I mean, do you think that perhaps we'll see the banks get into this soon? I mean, we've seen J.P. Morgan Chase dipping their toes into the water. Do you think Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they'll be offering checking account, savings account, and crypto account all under one roof?
It should be just Bitcoin. Oh. Did you say
This guy's
Bitcoin
still
Lifer or
here.
Crypto Lifer? My apologies.
You're still here?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're paying me for this, so.
Well, I was looking at today, Apollo hires Anchorage Digital, right? And Anchorage Digital is, a bank. And they hired JP Morgan Chase, right? You're saying that they're getting in. Honestly, it comes down to this, right? You start making $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Next thing you have $50 million in crypto, right? And you're going to have it in your house where people can come kill you for it? You know what I mean? So, then you find you live in a gated community and then you have a safe. Like at one point, like that crypto should be in some like managed institution with like multiple guys with guns and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I just, in my personal opinion, like, so like if I had 100 million crypto, like, I mean, there has to be a really secure way to keep, and like people know you have 100 million crypto too. You know what I mean? That's kind of like for all of us here, like everyone here, 5 to 10 years from now, if you play your cards right, you're all going to be very, very rich. Like you're going to have high net worths because you're in cryptocurrency at beginning stages, right? I firmly believe Dave, Rob, Michael Saylor is already a billionaire. Dave's not here, but Jenna, like, and like that's something you have to start considering. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't post where you're at when you're eating food. If you want to post eating food, you shoot it, then you post it when you leave that location. You know, I was just looking at PNB Rock. Like that guy got taken out at a Roscoe's chicken place. I can't believe that. The amount of people that are disappearing, So this just, this question brings me to security, right? Because, I mean, it's going to be needed. I want it. Like if I make, I'm sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars, which I hope to be. I definitely need that custody somewhere. Like it can't be just somewhere where someone can get access to me and then get access to it.
It's funny how like people's mentality just change from one parallel to the other. And if you had say $200,000, you're not going to keep it under the mattress. You're not going to keep it in briefcases or buried in the backyard. I mean, you might, but most people, 99% of people, will have a custodial service, aka a bank. And so I don't see why we would venture so far outside of the norm or crypto custody. Now, you can do it 100% on your own, but you are a vulnerability. There's nothing stopping somebody from, entering into your home with a weapon, threatening your life.
Government will stop them.
Or even the government, trying to seize something, by means of intimidation. And so, it is. I think it is a necessary part of where we're gonna go. One last article before we wrap this thing up. If you, as we discussed earlier, we have the. We actually have Andrew Simone dropped another $50 super chat, man. That's a freaking blessed day. What did he say? He said, money tastes so good. So stay blessed. All love. Always always join the 99 we eat. Now, that's one of your guys there, Lifer, right?
Yeah, the 99 trading group, man. My man, like he turned $5,000 to $288,000 in 1 month. This dude. I mean, he went hard. But
did he buy Bitcoin with it?
All right, so trending article for the week or discussion is obviously Elon Musk. We see the price action.
Great man.
And there was actually a behind the scenes partnership, which kind of came to light more recently. But Binance. Binance to help Twitter come into the age of Web3. So Binance or CZ basically handed over $500 million, $500 million, into Musk's purchase of Twitter. And here you have a quote here. So we want to make sure that crypto has a seat at the table when it comes to free speech. There's also more tactical things like we want to help bring Twitter into Web3. We want to help solve immediate problems like charging for memberships. This can be done easily and globally using cryptocurrencies as a mean of payment. So Jenna, we'll bring it over to you first. Do you think that the business model that both CZ and Elon Musk are discussing, where you are offering membership style services where you're integrating crypto payments, now historically, we know Twitter has been a free to use platform, and now you have a company more or less monetizing it, and they're hiding behind this veil of hey, it's gonna help the bots because bots can't create 1 million accounts and pay $1 million if you charge $1 for each account, as an example. So what are your thoughts on the future of Twitter? What are your thoughts on Binance or CZ being in bed with Elon on this deal there?
Oh my gosh, I think it's more bullish news for crypto, bullish for Binance. I just think that this is great. It's gonna like bring even more people into the space, and I don't see any problem with accounts being monetized or anything like that. Like I just got a super follower, and I learned that I can now post certain content for super followers. But I think it's kind of like the same thing too as having a Patreon and different things and having different memberships. I think it's a great idea. And besides, if you're in the crypto space, you probably have plenty of it on your wallets like everywhere. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, and just to keep in mind, you can still use Twitter on the free basis. So from what I'm understanding, their roadmap is that they will integrate crypto payments, they will integrate memberships, but for the everyday user, you can still tweet and go through threads free of charge. Michael, I know you are fans of Elon.
Yes.
We are on record for talking to Elon and being the one that quote unquote convinced him to acquire Bitcoin on the balance sheet for Tesla.
That was me.
I know you were discussing picking up billions of dollars, but now
Trillions.
yes, true. You said trillions. He got $500 billion, I think it was the purchase originally. So yeah.
I don't remember. It was a lot.
$500 million. It was $500 million, right? Yeah. So what are your thoughts on your buddy Elon? He's partnering up with CZ from Binance, and they're also trying to defeat the bots by offering a paid membership service.
Well, Elon Musk has been a great friend of mine ever since he put Bitcoin on Tesla's balance sheet. And then we became not friends when he took it off the balance sheet. And now we're friends again because he's talking about implementing Bitcoin into Twitter. And I just want to say that CZ, such a smart man. These bots are getting absolutely out of control. All you need to do is to have a Bitcoin wallet and just 10,000 Satoshis, and the bots will be gone. And the point is this, is everything comes back to Bitcoin. What better way to solve Twitter than Bitcoin? What better way to solve monetary policy than Bitcoin? What better way to solve inflation than Bitcoin? What better way to solve tyranny than Bitcoin? Right?
Thank you, Saylor.
Anything else?
Anything? Can I get your opinion on something other than Bitcoin? Do you like barbecue? Perhaps I know that's David's favorite question is about barbecue chicken pizza. Are you a barbecue fan?
It depends. Are we talking barbecue the food, or are we talking Bitcoin, blockchain, and quantum physics?
Jesus Christ! All right, we'll move on. Lifer. What's your vibe on this Binance and Elon CZ partnership? Obviously, Elon has footed the bill. He's dropped $40 billion on acquiring Twitter. Now, $500 million came from CZ, so just a drop in the bucket. So it's not like they're co-hosts here. But what's your thoughts?
True or false? CZ worked at McDonald's.
He did, yeah.
It's a true story.
Who do you think got him the job there?
He worked at McDonald's, man. And so the guy, I had a night shift, so when I pick a penny off the ground, I respect my money. And so, man, the man grinded. And I remember the other day he put a tweet out, and he was like, I'm horrible in front of people. I'm not well spoken. I get nervous in front of crowds. He goes I'm not good at bringing people together publicly. He's like, I'm the worst. He's like, yet I brought billions of people together and through crypto. And I almost shed a tear, man. And I love his, he may not talk a lot. You may not get to know everything about him because he's quiet, but I believe his heart is in the right space for crypto. And I think people misunderstand the whole Twitter acquisition, and they misunderstand Elon. But I believe his heart is in the right place for humanity. And I think it's that story that CZ tells of where he came from and where he is now that sits in my heart. And I get emotional over it because I can still remember working that night shift. I can still remember a boss calling me into a room and telling me treating me with just utmost disrespect in a way I would never treat any human being on earth. And when you come from humble beginnings, I think you really do change the world. One cool quote too is, how come people don't think only a few people can change the world? Because that's all that ever did.
It's deep, bro. It's deep. Yeah, man. I think that's what's so great about our crypto community, with the exception of certain people here, is that most of us have come from the untraditional finance ways, and that's why I think we get such a disgusted look from traditional finance when they see our exposure to crypto. We're not playing their games. We don't come from the backgrounds they come from, and you know what? We are embracing disruptive technology, and we know where it's going to go. We know that it's going to replace these old systems, and so you have another level of appreciation where when you weren't as privileged as some of the big bankers and traditional finance. Now, I think we're gonna wrap this thing up here.
Well, Rob, what do you think, Rob? What do you think, man? I don't know what you think, man.
What was that?
I want to know what you think about all this stuff going on today.
With Binance?
Running the show, and you've asked us all tons of questions. But yeah, and just one last thing I want to say is, because thank you, you're the best, and thank you so much for having me today and everyone here.
Yeah, well,
why the bear costume? Why did you pick the bear costume? I'm just messing with you.
Because I'm a bear, bro.
What do you know? But what inspires you about this Twitter move? Are you excited by it?
Yeah. Let me give you my breakdown. So, couple things. I'll if you want to know a little bit about my backstory, since it's the first time we got Jenna here as well. Let's kind of break it all. First, I'll give my thoughts here on Twitter. So, I think just having microtransactions in general will solve the bot problem. If we've had discussions on having a different tier of check mark, where say you have like an orange check mark where you basically just pay $10 for your account or $5 for your account or something that's manageable, and then you get an orange check mark, and then from that point forward with your Twitter account you can say, hey, I would block all comments or block all personal messages from the regular accounts, but accept messages from orange.
Why do you think it's orange? Whose idea do you think that was? You're welcome.
Yeah. So we have obviously, like, here's the thing. We use Twitter for our own personal business, and we can't use it as a direct line of communication if you have a lot of followers, because your inbox is spammed with tons of bot messages. And so I think eliminating, first of all, the bots are annoying, but it basically just cuts off an entire sector of communication. There's an entire spot for Twitter to have DMs, basically, and that's out the window if you have too many followers. And so if you just had an option where it's just like, hey, DMs are only for this check mark and this check mark, and $5, and cool, yeah, $5. You don't even have to do it every month. You know what I mean? A one-time charge just to get verified, and then from there forward, that solves that problem. So that's something I'm excited about.
Nakamoto, right?
Yeah. What was that?
Are you Satoshi, man?
No,
sounds
I'm not
amazing.
Satoshi.
He's definitely not
I'm a
Satoshi.
bear.
I met Satoshi.
I'm a bear. So now with CZ, obviously, I think I like CZ. I think a lot of us in the space embrace CZ. I think that he is promoting change in a positive way when it comes to crypto environment, and I like to see the fact that he's partnered with Elon, or that he's trying to assist. And you know what? I think a lot of people joke about Doge. I know that Elon is passionate about Doge, but I think at the end of the day, Elon's going to make the best business decisions. It's going to be incorporating crypto in general. So you're going to have crypto as a form of payments throughout Twitter in the form of Bitcoin, Ethereum. Also, not to discount it, but they'll pay. I'm sure he'll throw Doge in there as well. Now, and then just to wrap it up on my end, couple of things. I grew up here in Las Vegas. Well, I'm originally from Virginia, but I've been out here for 18 years, and so I worked in the restaurants here as a cook and a chef. And we didn't make a lot of money, man. And I had a family and a house and all that, and couldn't make ends meet. The American dream is tough to get by on a median salary. And so I got because I couldn't couldn't make every payment, I got punished by the banks, and I got feed and to death with credit problems, and some of it is of my own fault, but it was made extremely hard for me by the banking system, and they're the ones that ultimately profited from my struggles. And if there's somebody that you shouldn't be profiting from, it's this like medium class worker that's just barely making ends meet. And so for me, I saw Bitcoin as an escape, as a solution, as a way to take power away from the banks that just hit you with all of these fees. Because for me, I mean, a $15 fee doesn't sound like much, $30 fee, but you add 2 or 3 of them together, and when you only have an extra $100 a month for bills, that it basically will just cripple you. So for me, I see the power of crypto. I see how it removes some of the fees from the intermediaries. So that's why I'm in crypto, and I want to bring that kind of message to anybody else. I want to help anybody else I can to kind of break free of the system. And so, there's no reason, even if you love banks, there's no reason you can't have a bank account and a crypto account, and diversify.
Are we done here?
Yeah. So real quick, if you're new here, we do something here. So when we break new milestones, new all-time highs, we like to celebrate here at Sin City Crypto. There's a couple things that we do here very well in Las Vegas. One, we have a pretty badass cryptocurrency live show. 2, we have nightclubs, and here at nightclubs we do it pretty well. We party, and so we like to celebrate here in Sin City Crypto Studio with a little party when we break new milestones. As I said, over 200 viewers today, and not to mention it's Halloween, so we're gonna have a little Halloween bash today. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna see Michael Saylor's amazing dance moves. And so, without further ado, the chat has been waiting. Let's open up the club, baby. Rocco, open up the club, baby.
This is the worst show I've ever been on.
Staying in character.
Who the hell booked this? Yeah, get Camille on the phone. Yeah, she's fired. Waste my time.
And we also got Kyler in here, dressed up as a. Can we get Kyler on here? We got another one of our production leads here as well. Where's Kyler at? He's got the Bitcoin bowl over here. There he is. And we got Rocco down there at the bottom. So. I like the outfit, man.
That's epic.
Oh, man. All right. Well, am I forgetting anything? Are we on Around the Blockchain today? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're on Around the Blockchain. So, if you guys want more Michael Saylor, Michael Saylor is actually going to be joining Around the Blockchain today.
Who the hell booked that?
So if you guys want to see Michael Saylor on Around the Blockchain today, make sure you tune in 2 hours and 7 minutes from now on BitBoy's channel.
Just a joke.
We're big fans there. Now, before we sign off, we'll give some parting thoughts from our guests. And guys, for the viewers here, our guests come out, and they don't have to come here. They do it out of the kindness of their hearts. So as a token of appreciation and thank you, why don't we go and drop a subscribe and a like on their channels. Jenna, why don't you start us off? Any parting remarks? Anything you want to say to the?
Thank you so much for having me. Happy Halloween, guys. This was an absolutely awesome show, and XRP to the moon, baby.
There you go. And Lifer, my buddy, man. This is my friend. I honestly, I would say you're my friend, man. You're my good friend, man.
You're my friend, man. We're buddies, man. We met. Man. Like, it's so I've been to his house. I've been to your house. Yeah, it's that's I'll end with that. Like, the deeper I get into this crypto life, the more I have exchanged my old family and friends. Well, I still have my family, but like exchanged really who I live with, who I grow with, into this crypto YouTube community. And it really is a community of YouTubers, and we see each other around the country. And I met DZ the other day, and you can feel it coming together, and we're getting stronger every day. And that's how movements grow. Everyone has to meet and connect, right? That's how things continue to grow. So I'm excited to be here. I'm going to keep coming back. Everyone, thank you for coming here with the energy. When I was down and out, I'm out there, no Wi-Fi. Rob answered the call. I will never forget that. He'll be a friend for life. So, and Michael, man, just lighten up, dude. Someone wrote, "You're just like the bots on Twitter."
Don't worry, they're going away soon.
And then also we had Crypto Lifer also dropped a $100 super chat as well, man. Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Now,
appreciate it.
Michael, would you like to give us some parting words there, sir?
This is literally the worst show I've ever been on. My entire assistant team is getting fired. This is a complete waste of my time. I could be buying Bitcoin right now.
Thank you for that. Appreciate the support. Thank you. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna sign off. Come check us out on Around the Blockchain, and then also go make sure to subscribe to everybody in the channel. Go check us out on TikTok. Go watch our street interview. Our street interview is so good. Go watch the street interview. It's funny. It's good. And then Discord as well. And then thanks for all of our new members as well. And we got a merch store where we got a lot of our fun stuff at. So, all right, Rocco, finger tornado. Let's go.
Let's do it. Michael, go sit down.
Michael, sit down. What are you doing?
Sit down, Michael.
Where's our outro?
There we go. There
Handsome
we go.
man.
He's an Italian for a man. That's it.
Jenna, we got to get you back on here on more of a serious note. This was whimsical, but
I'm being serious.
it was a good time, though. What are you doing for Halloween?
This was it.
That's it?
Now I'm gonna hand out candy tonight to all the little trick-or-treaters. I can't wait. I absolutely love doing that. I sit out with my dog and we hand out candy.
I'll be handing out Bitcoin for Halloween.
You're gonna give away Bitcoin?
Yes.
I don't want it.
All right.
I gotta go, guys. I got a board meeting.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Much love. Peace.
Yeah.
See you guys.